changes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the channel, and to continue on my series of the best of categories to sell on eBay and other online selling platforms like Poshmark, Amazon, Etsy, I want to cover clothing brands. So those of you that don't know or aren't familiar, maybe your first time here, I do sell a lot of clothing. I sell electronics and remotes and video games as well, but clothing is a huge part of our store. I just made some videos, I'll try to link them below, or you can scroll down my channel, about the best electronics and about the best toys and about just some of the best items in general to sell on eBay. This one is going to be the best clothing brands. I don't want to mix shoes in there too much, but I might put a few. Anyways, I want you guys that are doing clothing to know that there are thousands of good brands. I'm just giving you some of the ones that I do consistently well on, or that I see people do consistently well on. This list is not limited to this. There are many other brands, and some of you will say you don't have luck with some of these brands I'm going to cover, but for everybody it's different. Generally speaking though, the brands you're going to find on this video will do pretty well for you on eBay and Poshmark. So I don't want to run this video too long. Please do check out the other videos below. Also, I'm supporting small sellers. Molly's Poshmark closet is linked below. Go follow her. She's got an awesomely bright and amazing Poshmark closet. Give her a follow, buy an item. Help her during summer slowdown to beat those slow sales, and I would appreciate that as well. And without further ado, let's jump over to the screen. Check out some of the best brands of clothing. Hopefully these help you. Feel free to comment down below with anything else that you do amazingly well on in the brand section, and I'll be happy for everyone else to see it, shout it out, tag it, screenshot it, all that good stuff. And if you're only on one of those two platforms, List Perfectly will help you cross-list all of these clothing brands from Poshmark to eBay or from eBay to Poshmark in minutes. It'll save you a ton of time and make you a ton of sales. They'll be linked below as well. Everything I talk about here is linked in the description box. You can click see more and check them all out. Let's do it, guys. Let's go over to the screen and check out the best brands of clothing right now. All right, I'm starting number one off with my favorite brand of all time. Now, I'm going to do this as a men's and women's list. I will make people ask me to refresh my older video that's a couple years old of the best women's and the best men's separately, and then do one for like the best jeans and the best shoes. So I can make all of those videos. Also, down below, I have a link to my training package that includes over 700 items that are like bolos and items you should be on the lookout for. So if you're interested in those, it is on sale $21.21 for the 2021 package. It's below. You can use the link and grab that. So number one is Robert Graham. It's flip cuff and button down shirts. Robert Graham is a brand I became familiar with years ago, probably 6, 7, 8 years ago. First dress shirt here in Florida that I bought that was different, and I've loved them ever since. I own about 25 or 30 of them. They are very expensive retail, but I don't buy my Robert Graham's retail because they're like $200 to $300, and I just think it's ridiculous for a shirt to spend that much. I don't know that I ever will spend one retail, but I never have. I've spent anywhere from $10 to $50 for my Robert Grahams. I've bought new ones, I've bought used ones, and I try to buy them off of you guys. If you ever come across some cool, unique, extra larges, definitely let me know. But Robert Graham shirts, because they are so expensive, they're so unique, they're very easy to get, easily on the low end. 25 to 35 is the lowest I'd ever take for a plain Jane Robert Graham. Most of the used ones I sell are 40 to 60, and if they have crazy designs, you can get even more than that. I'll give you an example. This Robert Graham here, crazy kind of, florally colored one. This one was up for almost $60. They took a best offer, and you can see, so look, so here's a plain Jane one. That's what I'm talking about. This one's just a normal everyday plaid looking one that was up for $25, and they took a best offer. But then you get this one that has, kind of some designs. It's nothing crazy special, but they got $58 for that shirt. And if you continue, if you get a limited edition, obviously it's worth, a lot more. This here, an orange one with, kind of cool designs. It's bright. It's Hawaiian-y, $58. So just like I said, if you get the good ones, you can easily get 40, 50, 60 bucks out of them. If you get something with a crazy, crazy design, it can be worth even more. But then you see the normal striped ones, $25 to $35 is pretty typical on most of those. So Robert Graham, number one on our list, obviously, and I love it. Here's a cool one that I think should have sold for more, but $35. But anyways, plan to get at least 25 or 30 if they're plain Jane. If they're more special, you can get 50, 60, and that should give you a great average sale price on things like this. This entire list should be items that you're looking to get at least 25 plus on, with the exception of a couple. Okay, so Harley Davidson is a brand that I just love. Their jackets and coats are very expensive. They can be worth hundreds of dollars, down to the basic jackets being worth, things like $40 and $50. Like, for example, this jacket here. They're just a really high average sale price. They sell really, really quick. You get a nice leather jacket like this, and they sold this one for $275 and change, one bid plus 1013 shipping. So you can see how, Harley jackets can be worth a lot. Harley vest I usually sell for $40 or $50. So even, the vest and the cutoffs can be worth good money. And even the button down shirts, if we go to Harley Davidson and you just look up shirts, you can look at a lot of vintage t-shirts. You can look at a lot of their button down shirts. You can look at a lot of the location shirts. I've covered all this. Easily start averaging $20, $25 on a lot of these. Things like the button down should be shirts you're looking to get $30, $25, $30 for. Shirts with the orange stripe. Again, this one sold for 25 plus 8, so $33. But even stuff as basic as the t-shirts, this is an Aruba one, they were able to get $19 for this one. So even the shirts, basic shirts can be upwards of $20, $25. Here's a Knuckle Buster two-sided t-shirt. This one sold for $30. So, this one is not in the greatest of shapes. Here's kind of a vintagey shirt that got a little over $20, so did pretty good there. All kinds of great vintage ones that sell for $50 to $100, $150. The 3D emblem ones are worth well over $100, so keep that in mind. You'll be able to tell when you see your first one that it's got a 3D emblem. This one sold for $160 plus 10, which was $170, but they took a best offer, so not sure what. But anyways, Harley shirts, easy to get 20, 25 plus and upwards. So I'm trying to give you guys these higher $25, $30, $35 items that, you can maybe pick up for a few dollars and make some good profit on. Harley Davidson, number 2 on the list. All right, number 3 on the list, over 100,000 pairs of these. It says 84,000. It was 158,000 a minute ago. Levi Jeans, by far one of the most consistent, best products you can buy, new, used, or otherwise. And generally speaking, if you learn the brands, the styles like 505s, 513s, 501s, you will average at least $25 a pair. Some are much less. I get it. Some are 18, 20, 22, but a lot are 25, 30, $35. These jeans should be jeans that you learn how to buy for $5 and sell for $30. That's 25 profit, less fees and shipping. You can still make 15 to 20 bucks a pair, and they will sell very, very quickly. Learn your jeans. Start learning the $40 pairs. Learn the $50 pairs. Learn the $60 pairs. Learn the vintage, and you will do well on number 3, Levi's jeans, men's and women's. All right, number 4, Nike polos, Nike athletic wear, just Nike in general, big 2X, 3X, anything with special stuff on it, absolutely worth $20 or more, maybe even 25 to 30 for a lot of them. Your average will typically run about $25 depending on what you're getting, especially if you can learn the bigger sizes or the teams. If you can get like Pebble Beach golf course, stuff, all that sort of thing. Tiger Woods ones, here's a Tiger Woods one that went for 32 plus 5, 37.70 with the best offer, so maybe a $30 one. A Marine Corps one that went for 14 and change, but you can definitely average 15 to 20 and 20 and up on a lot of these. So you start getting a good eye for it and you'll do well. But also because Nike just sells, and we know that. This is one of the brands, like I said on the list, that wouldn't necessarily be that $25, $30 average, but it's still a $20 plus, a lot of 15 and 20s, but really quick turnover. I'm trying to give you guys not just brands that sell for a lot of money, clearly we want that, but also brands that are going to sell quickly and keep your sell-through rate. You don't want 1,000 items listed and only sell 2 a day. That's not good. You want 1,000 items listed and sell 10 or 15 a day. That's what you're looking to do. Turnover and price. So we want to kind of balance both of that. Number 5, vintage Tommy Hilfiger, even some newer age, more modern Tommy Hilfiger, but a lot of the vintage Tommy Hilfiger stuff is really, really hot. It has been, it will remain that way for the most part. Some exceptions, of course. But I mean, look at this 90s striped button-down shirt, the nice flag on the front. This thing sold for 17 plus 8, so $25, right? Here's a men's vintage Tommy Hilfiger jeans sweater that sold for $51. Here's a pair of swimming trunks that sold for $26, best offer, so maybe $22, $23. Here is this one sold from Australia, but they got $50, $60 for this sweater. Pretty cool. Here's one of the original vintage. Make sure you're not getting fakes as well, but a vintage Tommy flag shirt that sold for $46. Here's a $31 jersey. So you can easily, on this vintage Tommy stuff, here's a $65 windbreaker. You can easily average, or $75 windbreaker, $76, average $20, $30 on a ton of these items, maybe even $40 depending on the right stuff. But anything you can pick up and charge $25, $35 is a score. And if you find stuff that you can pick up for $10 and charge $58 or $60 or $70, then more power to you. But vintage Tommy Hilfiger and even some modern stuff. But do your research, learn how to tell the real and the fake, learn how to tell which one is worth money, which one isn't. The bigger, the bolder the graphics in your face, the big flags, that typically does well. All right, Burberry is obviously a very high-end designer brand of anything. Everyone knows their purses and handbags and things like that. They have bathing suits. But Burberry shirts tend to do pretty well. I've sold a lot of Burberry polos and button-downs. You've seen them on my channel and store before. And generally, I get in the 30s and 40s, if not 50s, for a lot of them. As I scroll through, you can see it. There's a $65 Burberry Brit, $80 with shipping. There's another one that they sold. So, I had 4 or 5 I picked up from a store once. I think they were like $6 a piece. I listed them all for $50 free shipping, and they all sold. So I paid $36 and sold them for like $300-$400, and they were gone in a couple of days. I've sold the Burberry Brit plaid shirts. I've gotten $30-$40 a piece for those. I paid like $3.99 one time for like 8 of them. Is that what I got that time? 7 or 8? I don't know. I was out $35, and I was able to get like $300 or $400 for all of those. So definitely worth taking a look at Burberry. And Burberry Brit and plaid, any of the polos, any of the button downs, the Nova checks, all good money in those shirts, especially the guys, but even the women's. All right, Lilly Pulitzer, a brand of women's that just does really, really well, especially the floral, the bright, the Hawaiian, the in-your-face tropical. The dresses do amazingly well. Typically, they're $25, $30 for dresses, on up to $40s and $50s. Some of the swimsuits can do really well, a la this one right here, sold for $75 plus 3. Here's a Lilly Pulitzer dress size 2. It's a peacock pattern. It was up for $48.80. Best offer. So even if it got 40 plus, all kinds of Lilly Pulitzer stuff tends to do really, really well. Some of the party maxi dresses, this one sold for $180. Super rare. You won't see a whole lot of $180 items, but they definitely come through. I see a ton, this is the kind of stuff that I see a lot of, the tropical t-shirt dresses. This one was up for about $47. They took a best offer, so somewhere in the $35-$40 range. Here's another one, the plaid picnic one. They sold this one for about $37. Another one, in the 40s, 45 plus 5, so they were asking 50. They took a best offer. So definitely another item that you can easily average 25, 30 plus, if not a little higher. So Lilly Pulitzer, add it to your list. If you don't see it, keep an eye out. You'll start seeing these patterns, these Hawaiians, these brights. Same thing with guys' clothes. Even if you don't know the brand, just go to town on like bright Hawaiian tropical stuff, especially during the summer. It tends to just sell really well no matter what the brand is. All right, now some people aren't going to agree with this. They don't like this brand. I still like it. If you know how to tell the reals and the fakes, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time and story. I've done one on my channel. Search my channel, Rockstarflipper, True Religion. You'll find it. But True Religion is number 8 on the list, and it's the jeans, it's the clothing. The jeans, of course, not what they once were. Typically, retail True Religion jeans are about $200 to $300. Some for $150, $170, whatever. But at the end of the day, they did used to sell for $100 on the used market, $80. You can still get $60, $70, $80 for used jeans. Expect a $40, $50 average, but I'm okay with that because if you find them in thrift stores or garage sales and you're paying $5 and $10 or even $15 and you're selling them for $40 and $50, I'm not going to argue with buying for $10 and selling for $50. Just make sure the margins are there. Just know you're going to pay $8 to ship them. You're going to pay $4 or $5 in fees. So you're going to be out $13, $14. If you're paying $10, you're at $24, $25 to break even. You don't want to sell them for $29 and make $4. You want to be able to sell them for $49 and make yourself $20. So just keep that in mind when you are buying and selling. These margins, learn how to calculate it, learn how to do all of that sort of thing. But definitely some room to make money on True Religion stuff. All right, number 9 on the list is vintage Adidas. Same as the Nike type style of the Tommy Hilfiger. That old 90s stuff does really, really good. The shoes, the clothes, the tracksuits, all that sort of stuff, super popular. Even new age Adidas can sell for good money. But if you can find that vintage stuff, you can make some really good profits. You can get some solid margins. As I'm scrolling through, you can see a lot of tracksuits. That's what people, tend to go towards. The jackets, any of that sort of stuff. The hats are really good, vintage 80s snapback hats. This is, truckers, Adidas, Nike, all that stuff. Look, this hat sold for $40. So the track suits, the velour, this was a $90 one. Ukraine, go figure. Even some of the running shorts. So there's a lot of stuff that you can find. There's almost 7,000 results for just solds for vintage Adidas. Look at these embroidered track pants that sold for $75. Here's another one that sold for $36, 35 and change. So definitely something that you can put together and make, $30, $40 sales on and make some money if you're picking it up and you learn how to do the vintage. The new age stuff, gonna sell. It sells great. Athletic wear always sells. Nike, Reebok, Adidas, Under Armour, but more $15, $20 range for that stuff. Still quick sell-through rates and still good merchandise. If you find Under Armour new age modern for a couple bucks and you can flip it for 15 to 20, you're in good shape. But the vintage stuff definitely should be on your list. All right, number 10 on the list is Patagonia. This is, of course, the Patagonia region in South America. This company's super famous. Selling their stuff brand new is hit or miss because they do Veros. So be careful of brand new with tags. Used all day long, you're perfectly fine to sell it. Most new goes, a lot of people don't have a problem with it, but I've seen it. So just be careful. Same with the North Face. Not on this list. North Face and Patagonia are kind of side by side. But Patagonia, yeah, this stuff sells for $20s, $30s, $50. Their jackets, their hats. Most of their hats are $20, $25. Most of their coats and jackets are $50 to $100. Even some of their this vintage mesh side one sold for $78. Pretty crazy. They have backpacks. They have little fleece sweaters worth $32. So always be on the lookout for anything Patagonia. It pretty much sells itself. Even the t-shirts can be worth $21, $22. Here's a $19 one. So, for $20 actually for this one. So basic shirts, basic everything, 20, more vintagey stuff, 30s, 40s, 50s. Again, trying to get you in that sweet spot so you can have a $30, $25, $30 average sale price. That's where you want to be. Number 11 on the list is Vineyard Vines. I particularly love this brand. The ties sell for $20 to $30. The shirts sell for $25, $30. Everything here sells really, really good. I love it, and it is absolutely a fantastic brand. It sells super fast. As quickly as you can list it, you'll start getting offers. Again, like plaid shirts, $28. I get $29.99 for a lot of them. I get a lot of good prices that I can set. Anything I'm selling above $20, $25, I'm happy with. So when I'm getting $29, $30, $35, I'm cool with all of that. Now, there's, of course, some lower price stuff. You'll always find that with everything. Basic t-shirts, $10, $15, upwards of $20. But most Vineyard Vines, even shorts, these were $25, $50 for some shorts. So keep an eye out for this brand. It's got the whale. It's really popular in New England. And even their ties, like I said, I get, ties I can get $25, $30 out of some of those. So Vineyard Vines, definitely at the top of the list. They even have hats. Oh, I'm going to get yelled at for this one because people are going to tell me this brand is dead. But I'm telling you what, Miss Me jeans are still a $25 to $35 all day long seller for me. You can see it here. Here's $34, and here's, this one was up for $43, best offer. This one was up for $37, best offer. This one sold for $38. This one was up for $49, best offer. This one sold for $24, and it's the cheapest one. This one sold for $28. So easily $32. I don't typically sell Miss Me's for less than $30 ever. Generally, $35 and $40 is the norm, right? And if they've got a whole bunch of glitter and stuff, you're talking about in the 40s and 50s like this one. So I don't get less than $30 for this. $35 is the norm. So Miss Me still there. Don't pay, that $20 price tag or $15 price tag. $10 or less is generally where you want to be. At $10, you've got an $8 label that's 18 and you got 3 or 4 in fees, you're at like 22 bucks. So your break even is 22 or 23. So as long as you can get 29 out of them, you can make your $7, $8, $6, $7, $8. But generally speaking, 30 is my lowest, and I know I'm going to make, $8, but I know I'm going to probably get 35 out of them and make $13, $14. And that's if I pay 10. If I can get them for 5 or 6, well, now if I'm getting, a $6 price and I'm selling them for 36 and I'm at 30, less 8 is 22 and less 4 is 18, I can make myself $16, $15, $16 profits. So, and they sell quick for me. They sell really quick. Most people say they're okay, but for me, they sell really, really solidly. All right, so I misspoke. I did separate North Face and Patagonia on this list, and the reason I did it is because you never want to sell North Face brand new. The reason North Face is notorious for going through platforms and veroing people, basically a copyright strike against you. The reason North Face offers a lifetime guarantee to replace stuff, and by that, when they sell a brand new item, they're giving you that guarantee. If you are selling a brand new item, you cannot offer that same guarantee. And so basically they're saying that you are selling a materially different product. You're not offering the same product with a warranty that they are, and they will take it down and strike you, and it's bad for your account and you can get suspended, blah, blah, blah. Sell used all day, you're good. And if you have a brand new one, you need to sell it as like new or used. If it has the tags, it still scares me. Just be careful. I'm warning you guys. Don't blame me if you get in trouble for selling the brand new ones. Even marking it as used, unless you can hide those tags and don't say anything about it, just be careful. But anyways, North Face, like Patagonia, a lot of $20 to $30 shirts and button downs, jackets worth significantly more, $30s, $40s, $50 for used jackets, because they're $100, $150 jackets, a lot of them. Some of them are $200 plus. But the vests also do well. This one sold for $60. So no problem with most North Face stuff getting a $25, $30 plus average. I love North Face. It sells great. Just be careful if you sell the brand new stuff. I recommend not doing it. All right, so number 14, you guys know it, Lululemon, one of the most popular athletic wear brands in the world, probably the most popular one. A ton of $30, $40, $50 items. Some really cheap ones, tank tops, $10, right? But you just got to learn the leggings. You got to learn the tops, the bottoms, the workout gear, the stuff that's worth $30, $40, $50, $60, $75, like this Lululemon pullover. Things like this Lululemon skirt that sold for $47. There is absolutely no reason why every piece of Lululemon you sell, no matter whether it's $15 or $55, you can't have a $30 to $35 average sell price across all the pieces you sell. This brand is just super hot wildfire, and it always sells really quick. Look, almost 100,000 pieces have sold in the last 90 days used. That doesn't even include the new stuff, and that doesn't include what sold on Poshmark or Mercari. I'm just showing you eBay because it's easier to do solds right now. That means hundreds of thousands of pieces of Lululemon sell every single month. All right, not a brand you're going to find a ton of. 6,500 sold on eBay. Again, there's Pasha, Mercari, so it does sell a lot of items, just not as much as your Lululemons or your Nikes or things like that. It's Johnny Was, but these items, everything I've ever sold has been in the $40, $50 range. There is no reason you can't maintain a $40 plus average on Johnny Was. The tops, the dresses, the boho looking stuff, the embroidered stuff. This embroidered looking red and multicolored craziness sold for it was listed for $85.40. They took a best offer, so probably $75. And one right after that sold for $96.95, almost $97. Retail, these things can be $150, $200, $250. Don't know why. I think they're ugly. Tell me why in the comment section, but the stuff just sells. There's another one. Embroidered tunic, $88. You're looking for those shirts. You're looking for the dresses. You're looking for anything, embroidered or just crazy looking. I don't understand it, but they sell. Number 16 on our list is Columbia, especially the PFG stuff. Those fishing shirts, the Omni shades, things like the button downs, they're almost always $20 for me. Some are cheaper, but here's a good example. This one was listed for $30 and they took a best offer. This is a 4X, so probably $25. This one was listed for $45, $46 and for a set of two. Again, $25 for this one. PFG shirts are easy. $20, $22 averages. I put it on here because they sell really fast. I never hold on to Columbia shirts for the most part, especially if they're the right size, the bigger the better. and they just help me maintain that over $20, $22 sale price. And I don't mind that at all for a brand that sells that quick. So like I said, most of this list, hopefully 25, 30 and up, but even these $22 ones, I'll take all day long. All right, Eileen Fisher, another one of those brands that you just have to keep your eyes peeled for and learn the brand, because it's an easy $25, $30 average sale price. A lot of the tops, a lot of I know dresses do really well. Here's just one example. This one sold for $32 and change. A lot of the hooded jackets, sweaters, this one sold for $52 all in. It really does well. This bidding one, 3 bids, $36, $35 on just a crew neck shirt. A lot of 2, so you can see, kind of how well some of this stuff does. It's number 17 on our list. It's an oddball, but it's definitely worth $20, $25 average sale prices and up. Also, 25,000 used listings have sold. Not too shabby for Eileen Fisher. All right, now this one's going to be the lowest average sale price, but if you learn which bras and you learn which pieces sell, you can average $25 to $30 on number 18, Victoria's Secret. The problem is a lot of it is really cheap. Now, 80,000 plus listings sold is solid. Again, it has a cult following. This stuff will sell as quick as you can get it for the most part. You have to be really careful. Here's a $6.50 bra, but then when you scroll down, this is a $24.20 bra, best offer. Of course, you have a $66 plus $8. So this bra sold for $74.50. It's a bombshell bikini top, peach stripe, 38C. So you've got to learn the sizes, you got to learn the styles and the colors, you got to learn the clothing pieces that sell for more money. Here's one with the dog. This little zip up pullover 3/4 sold for $24, $25. Here's another one. You've got the Victoria's Secret red bra that sold for $28 and change. So, as opposed to one selling for $6.50, as opposed to one selling for $16.50. They all fetch different prices, but you can absolutely learn and stock your store. You'll get a good sell-through rate. Even if you're selling $12 and $15 ones, if you're picking them up for $1 or $2, you can still make some solid profits and have sales across the board on Victoria's Secret. If you use a program like my Reseller Genie, which I have linked below, when you make sales, it will tell you how many Victoria's Secret items you've sold, because when you put in the brand and you choose Victoria's Secret, it's an accounting program. You can go back and look, how many Victoria's Secret items have I sold? What was the total amount of money? What was my average sale price? My Reseller Genie does all of that. So it's linked below if you want to check out the video. Paul and Faith are the owners, and then you can sign up with discount code Rockstarflipper and save some money if you decide to pick that up. So Victoria's Secret, number 18 on our list. Now, I put Michael Kors on here. It doesn't do nearly as well as it used to, but the clothing can be $15, $20. It sells really fast. The neckties are only worth $10 to $15. But, of course, Michael Kors bags and all sorts of different things. There's some really rare, random items like this crazy ugly one that sold for $40. Michael Kors men's dress shirt, usually I can get $25 out of it. This one actually sold for over $30 for that one. This one sold for like that $25. And then you got this one that only sold for like $11. So it's really random. I would never sell that for $11. I would have gotten that one sold for like at least $15 to $20. But some of the t-shirts, with big graphics, $15, $26. It's generally a $15 to $20 brand. I just really think Michael Kors sells quick, at least for me, and there's not a ton of competition. 1,700 sold, but there's only a couple thousand active, so 50% sell-through rate. It sells decently priced, and it just goes for me. So I like Michael Kors, and if you can get the bags, you can do well. A lot of people won't like this brand. It's just one I happen to like. All right, we'll wrap up number 20 with Tory Burch. Now, obviously, her shoes and flip-flops do crazy good. All kinds of, like accessories, clutches, purses, whatever else she sells. But all of her clothing, her tops, her jeans, they're all expensive. Look at this $400 Tory Burch. What is this thing? Yellow, gold? I don't even know. It's a tunic sweater. It sold for almost $100 on the used market. Here you have this pink long sleeve printed type Tory Burch shirt sold for $49 used. So, all kinds of stuff. Here's a Tory Burch maxi dress size 4 from Bergdorf, 150 plus almost $12, $162 dang near for that used. So Tory Burch stuff on the used market is absolutely fire. Her shoes, sandals, again, her handbags, everything Tory Burch touches turns to gold. Add that to your list for number 20. And that's 20 of the brands that you should absolutely be stocking your store with. There are so many more. Please comment down below some of the ones I forgot that are some of the most popular and that you love to sell. listen, you're not giving your competition any more information than they already know. Those brands are all out there. I just want to help my viewers learn a few extra brands, even if it's just one or two that they get from this list or you get from the list. Hopefully it'll help your sales go up, and this should help you maintain at least a $20, $25 average sale price, if not more, and you do it correctly. And you won't have to put up a million listings to make good sales. You can do it with a few hundred of these type of brands. As always, guys, make sure you hit that like button, turn the thumb blue. It really helps the channel, it helps the video, and it'll help other people see the video. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any future videos like this, news, stories, and best of videos. Down in the description box is the link to purchase all 700 plus of my bolos. You get the entire training package, videos, guides, bolos, spreadsheets, webinars, and everything else that's included in that for just $21.21. It is the 2121 package. I appreciate you picking that up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful evening.